Good morning, everybody. So it's Saturday. Breaking earlier this morning. I mean, really yesterday, but officially earlier this morning. Trump arrest is imminent, according to Trump himself. Okay, don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger. Trump himself says Tuesday's the day he's getting arrested in regards to this Stormy Daniels nonsense case. Okay. Um, what does it mean? They're desperate. That's what it means. And not for anything, just to put this out ahead, this will only make Donald Trump that much stronger. So, a little bit. But before we get too into it, first, a word from today's sponsor. Today's video sponsor is Augusta Precious Metals. Is the Biden economy hurting your 401k or IRA? Well, help is on the way. Request the free gold IRA guide that persuaded Mark Levin to diversify his retirement with gold and precious metals. According to Mark, they won't just sell you, they'll educate you so you can make your own decision. Many of my supporters love Augusta Precious Metals, and you will too. Get yourself the free gold IRA guide at kofefi.click/IRA. kofefi.click/IRA. Okay. Number one, and I want to put this out ahead before I forget. Fortunately, I don't write anything down. I don't know why. Watch who comes out in defense of Trump. Watch who comes out against Trump, like we need another candidate. And watch who says nothing. Sometimes saying nothing is more than saying something, right? Times like these show us who are really on our side. Okay, it's frivolous bullshit case. Okay, number one, in a fair court, this would never go anywhere, it'd be dismissed, right? Um, Letitia James, and I understand she's not the one who brought this case. I get it. Okay, said it yourself there. Same DA's office, right? Same state. She ran on locking this guy up. This is a political thing. The courts didn't just become corrupt, just an FYI. Okay, I think I would know. We've talked about this in past videos. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're going to have to go back. I'm not trying to make this a long video. Okay, the courts are corrupt. They've been corrupt. We've seen it over and over and over again. It's ironic how a Hunter Biden clear and open crimes that we know about. And by the way, he just admitted that it is his laptop. That's why he's suing the computer repair guy. Well, you're not going to sue the computer repair guy for a laptop that's not yours, right? So it's his. And we know about it. And the FBI had it. And they went like this. But Trump, right? So, another political hit job we have here. Is this about putting a gag order on him like they did with like Roger Stone and others? So he can't speak, so he can't effectively run his campaign. Is that what this is an attempt at? However, I will say this. The good thing that comes out of this is they just set a terrible precedent. What's good for one is good for the other. And don't think that for a minute when we get our guy back in there, and we will get our guy back in there, that now arresting a former president, there's precedent set for that, right? So Joe Biden, Barack Obama, George Bush, all these guys, we're coming for you. And shame on all the cops involved and the courts and everything else. When this is all over, we're going to have a real conversation about how we move forward. This can't ever happen again. So, as I was saying, in a fair court, just because they ran on going to get this guy, this thing was done before it was over. The thing is we don't have a fair court. And I understand a lot of you, I'm going to see it in the comments, trust the plan, Vincent, trust the plan, Q, up. Listen, I don't knock any of that. I probably know a lot more about it than you do. I follow all media, including from people I don't like. I've followed the Q stuff from the beginning. I know it inside and out. I know a lot of you guys who want to post cue proofs, but it's really proof of nothing. It's proof of it looks like it could possibly be something like this, but it's not conclusive. Okay. Could it all turn out to be right? Sure can. Could it all turn out to be wrong? Sure can. Do I know which it's going to be? No, I don't. And neither do you. So let's look at everything. Right? This is a go nowhere prosecution. I think this is their way of rigging 2024 before they've even announced a candidate. They know they're in trouble. They know they're in trouble. So now, and I said this, by the way, go back and look at some old videos. I said this months ago. They need to get rid of Donald Trump. They need to get rid of Joe and Cackles. They need to bring in a hot, fresh, new, maybe a Michelle Obama, somebody who could at least make it look like they won. And they need to do whatever they can to damage Trump. And don't think that the rhinos aren't in on this arrest, by the way. That's why I said, watch who says nothing. Watch who comes out saying, oh, we need Ron DeSantis, and watch who says nothing. Eyes open, right? They need to get rid of this guy. And by doing this, they're hoping the rhinos, their partners in this, now start pushing for another candidate. Well, why? Because then it's believable. Listen, if they put up a Michelle Obama versus a Ron DeSantis, who do you think wins that? I got to be honest with you. I think that there's a possibility they might have to do very limited cheating. I think she could totally win that. Everybody's in love with DeSantis, but outside of Florida and some hardcore Trump voters, he doesn't have national support. And once you peel away Trump voters, he's got nothing. Michelle Obama and the Obamas, don't get me wrong, at one point I thought there was a three-way tie between Jimmy Carter, George Bush, and Obama for the worst president in history. But then came Joe Biden, and that's all, hold my beer, right? But so I have no love affair with the Obamas, but don't kid yourself. There are so many liberals who are just mesmerized by these people. I don't know why. So let's think about this strategically. If you get rid of Trump, you get a nice, weak Republican, and then you bring in an Obama, they might actually be able to win that organically or come damn close, right? But if you put that up against a Trump, organically he wins. And that's where the problem is. Now, Trump himself said that we need to protest this. Kind of interesting. I think it's time for us to show our numbers. I know I've been saying this. I hope, in my opinion, that this is the thing that gets people angry enough. We've seen enough, right? We've seen unlimited amounts of corruption from the other side. And now we're taking a page out of the communist playbook where we're now going to arrest our political opponents, right? The guy already declared he's running for president. Not that that should shield you if there were real crimes and whatever, but now like we're back to Stormy Daniels 2.0, right? Just to get our political opponents. Didn't Xi Jinping? How do you think he just won his third term for life now? Same thing, right? This is a play out of the communist playbook. And if you could do that to this billionaire, what could they do to us? And that's the thing that people really need to think about. Now, just to be clear, before I end this video, I think in the end this strengthens Trump. I think it gets his base motivated. My opinion, I hope that this motivates people now to take election security more seriously, because we now see, hopefully, I remember I did a video about understanding the mind of a criminal. hopefully now people kind of get a better glimpse into that. These people are going to stop at nothing. Now we're into, arresting political opponents. At what point does it get to now we're just going to start arresting supporters of certain political opponents, right? That's next. So hopefully people see this. We get angry. We take to the streets. We show our numbers, because we do have the numbers, by the way. We have over 80 million voters, probably more towards 100 million voters. What would happen if we all took action? Peaceful action, lawful and peaceful. Okay, I'll say it again, just for the feds that like watching my shit. Peaceful. That's no violence, right? Just to be clear, peaceful, no violence. And lawful, like where you follow the law, don't do illegal stuff, right? Because that's not protest. Setting shit on fire, breaking things, hurting people, none of this is protected, okay? Lawful protest as protected by the Constitution. Okay, clear enough? But we must show our numbers, and we've got to force them to secure the elections. That's the only way to victory. And if some of these conspiracy theorists, who've pretty much been right about everything, the only thing I disagree, and not even that I disagree, I just don't see it. The plan, right? Is there a plan? Fuck if I know, but you don't know either, right? So I'm a critical thinker. Until I know there's a plan, then there's no plan, right? We need to be the plan. And we need to get angry. We need to realize the enemy that we're fighting, and we need to fight back peacefully and lawfully. Let's get our guy back in the White House. Don't let this bother you all weekend. It'll be fine. Okay? But let's listen to the leader of our movement, and let's do what he said. Let's protest. Big numbers. Be loud online. Let it be known. We got to show these people we're not going away. And we need to show the rhinos they're not just going to stick another candidate in there. As I posted the other day on Twitter, whether Trump is on the ballot or not, I'm voting for Donald Trump in 2024. I'll write his fucking name in. Don't care who else is on the ballot. I'm voting for Donald Trump. Period. We should all be saying the same. That's all I have to say here. If you would, do me a favor, hit the like button. That helps get this video seen. Share it with your friends. That always helps as well. Don't forget to subscribe. I put a link to my Twitter account and Substack. I'd follow them both. They're free. And take a look at the sponsors in the description. You might have to click more or whatever. Augusta Precious Metals, for instance. Get your free gold IRA guide at kofefi.click/IRA. You see how corrupt these people are. And credit to most of you. A lot of you guys are filling it out, and good for you. It's a free gold guide. I don't know. I really shouldn't have to say it this many times, but I would not leave your money that you worked hard for in the hands of these corrupt people, especially with all the bank failures and everything else we're seeing. Come on, guys. I'm not asking you to take my word for it. You don't know who I am. That's fine. Mark Levin is a sponsor. They're a known company, one of the best companies, by the way. And you're going to request information. They send it to you. Look it over with whoever you wish, your financial, whoever helps you make financial decisions. If you think it's something that might be right for you, you give them a call. They set you up with one of their financial experts, which I am not. And they guide you through the next steps. So take a look. That's all I have to say here. Until next time, enjoy your weekend. Bye.